Hello, how are you all? I hope you're well. I am. I've got 5 days in a row, so I've actually got Monday to Friday. Yay! It's also why I'm quite tired. And the reason I've been recording these later than normal is because I've been waiting for himself to go to work. I thought once I'll get in, sort myself out, make dinner, do what I have, what needs to be done, settle down for a bit. It's like, he'll be up soon. Oh well, wait till he's gone. But yes, it's getting warmer. I'm not wearing the big jumpers anymore. I've decided to wear a cardigan today. And this is actually glow in the dark. I can't show you it because every time I've tried to show you my glow in the dark t-shirts, it obviously doesn't work out. But yeah, it's that normally, and then the glow in the dark bit is that. So, which I can do. I've been able to do that since I was about 11, 12. Some people still can't. So I guess, does that count as a weird talent? I mean, I can do it both hands. Does that count as a weird talent? I don't know. If the question's about what do you have as a weird talent, then we're already halfway there. But yes, we have the question. We have the book with the questions. It's 81 days. 81 days. Doing good. Doing good. And I've got to turn the page again. Blah. Come on, you. Oh, okay. This is an interesting question, actually. I like this one. What is the most important thing you've learned from someone who isn't a teacher? Okay. Well, first, I'd say a top tip, I don't know if it's important, but a top tip I've used is, I learnt from watching Going Live when they did the cooking sections, was that if you get a bit of eggshell in your egg mix, like I make scrambled egg a lot, if you get eggshell in the eggy mix, use another bit of eggshell to pick it out, and I've used that so often, it really does work. So that was like I've learnt. I was at Girl Guides for a couple of years, so there was a lot of things that I learnt from them. Not necessarily that I've applied to daily life, or wouldn't necessarily say it's important. Well, it was important at the time, and so as far as I know, none of the group leaders were teachers in their day job. So yeah, the skills and things like there's still certain rope knots and stuff that I can do, and I do use on the regular. Other things I think if I took time, I learned the BSL alphabet when I was at Guides, so that was kind of cool. I guess you could call that important. A, B, C, D, E. I did learn it. F. I can't remember it now. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W. No, is that W and that's X? Y. I don't know. Dead. I did know it. But I can look it up and learn that again. Important stuff. I don't know. It depends how you define important. I learned from my mum not to blindly hero worship, and people have and do. My mum liked the same person from when she was 13 to his tragic recent passing. And that's over 40 years of liking the same person. And some people have, like my sister, when I mentioned this to her, she was like, her reaction was, and she's proud of that? And yes, the whole being a fan of someone for that long a time, almost to the exclusion of everyone else, can seem a bit on the extreme side. And she did go see him in a show he did in London, more or less every week. Not every single week, but she went a lot. She paid for it all herself. She took part-time work, home jobs and stuff. So she did pay for it herself. She wasn't like she was getting herself into debt, which apparently some of the other girls that were hanging out regularly were doing. But But what I learned from her, apart from how to learn to recognise my own obsessive behaviour, is that not to completely blindly hero worship. It's what I call the little shit syndrome, which is basically translates to they're not good perfect. They've all let you down at some point, and he kind of let her down. Like he got a couple of DUIs, which she wasn't happy with because she lost a cousin to a drunk driver, and you know it's one of those things that she takes no falls on. If you're going to be that big an idiot, then you know we're going to have words about it, kind of thing. So yeah, so she's not unrealistic about it. Even before all the DUIs and all the other stuff, she was still like, oh, he's such a little shit, so annoying. I mean, because he was, you know, I think he was only 5'4", 5'5". He wasn't a tall bloke. Maybe 5'7", which is still short for a bloke. But yeah, so little shit syndrome is what I sort of call it. But it's when you recognise you can worship your heroes, you can appreciate their stage work, you know, their films, television work. You can admire their books, you can admire their records, whatever their media is. You can you can love it, and you can have their posters and watch all their interviews and go, hi, he's so cute. But never forget that they're a person. Never forget they're a fallible human being. And that they're gonna do stupid things. And they're gonna do things that make you go, oh, for fuck's sake. I know I try not to swear on these things, but it is kind of that, oh, why? And if you can accept the fact that they're a fallible human being, when they do the stupid thing, you're like, oh, that was stupid, but alright. Whereas somebody who hasn't got that attitude of like, who does have them on the pedestal, when they do the stupid thing, they could be like, my world is shattered, how could you be fallible? And it's like, so I honestly think that is an important lesson. And then I've kind of been feeling this a little bit at the moment where, again, I don't want to really name names, but, you know, persons that I like, you know, has been apparently stepping out with someone significantly younger, and it's, so what? Okay, so what? If they're both happy, they're both consenting adults, no bloody problem thing. And the thing that's annoying me most about that is everyone else is actually like calling her a slut and calling him a perv. But because I accepted a long time ago that, yeah, he may be an awesome actor, but he's still a git. You know, he's still a person, a man with all these personality, you know, few personality flaws, and not as many. As far as I know, he's never gone out and killed anyone. And if he did, I'd be very disappointed. But you know, he's a human being with human being fallibilities. So you could say you're not entirely happy with the relationship. You could say, well, this is a bit, to me, I find it personally a bit, yeah. But don't go to insults. And if you got them on that higher pedestal, and they are letting you down, maybe the problem isn't them. Maybe the problem is the way you viewed them and your attitude towards them. So, honestly, I don't know if that's like the most important thing I've ever learnt, but it's certainly one that, I say recently especially, has kind of like come to the forefront, and like my way of dealing with possibly disappointing revelations about personal persons. It's like, no, but they're still person, they're still human, they're still gonna be fallible. And that's just like, yeah, like I said, if you feel that their sudden humanity is shattering your world, then maybe the problem isn't with what they're doing, but the way that you were viewing them in the first place. Or another way I look at it is the subway syndrome. Like if you well, syndrome, probably not the right word, but people saying, oh my god, this is like so bad, this is horrible, this thing, like, oh, I mean, what's the example? You know, when people say about how dare they remake the thing from my childhood, or how dare this person be this thing. And I'm just like, you know what, it completely reminds me of that time I was in Subway and somebody ordered the sandwich and they got the food combination that I don't like, and my day was ruined for what? I don't normally hear the person in front of me's order anyway. Sometimes I'll sort of notice what they're putting on the phone, but it's like, it's that insignificant. It's not like they're then forcing you to eat the sandwich. It's their sandwich. Sorry, I didn't want to go into a rant, but it's like, unless it is directly affecting you or your community, or some other thing where there is an actual tangible social ramification, so what? Okay, if it's something that you can affect change on, cool. If you can affect change, then go do it, and I wish you well. Assuming the change you're affecting isn't harming other people, have at. Go change the world. It's what we're here for, you know. But if it isn't directly affecting you, or if it isn't something that you can directly affect and make better, why stress about it? You know. So people are people. Doesn't matter how far high up the celebrity chain they are. They're still people, and they're gonna disappoint you. Deal with it. And so what if the person in front of you ordered a different sandwich? That just means they're more likely they're gonna have the ingredient you want. Okay, so that went into tangents, but yeah, the most important thing I've ever learned: just be real. People are real. Yeah. All right. I think I've covered that. As always, you can follow me on Twitter here at Phoenix11, or this on Tumblr, and I've actually posted a retweet on Tumblr recently, so you can enjoy that. Yeah, this is my YouTube space. Feel free to leave, especially, yeah, actually please do leave comments, because I'd like to hear what your cool non-teachery lessons have been, because it's always fun to learn, and we can learn from each other. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Meanwhile, thank you for watching. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.